Hi friends, I welcome you all here at TNV Academy. In this session, we are going to talk about the Subclass 9.1 Monitoring, Measurement, Analysis and Evaluation of an International Standard ISO 20001 2018 Information Technology Service Management. In this session, we shall cover the requirements of Subclass 9.1 Monitoring, Measurement, Analysis and Evaluation in detail. As the requirements of the Subclass 9.1 depend upon the requirements of Clause 6, Clause 7 and Clause 8, I would like to recommend you referring these clauses of ISO 20001 also for better understanding of Clause 9.1. Friends, let's discuss about the outcome of this session first. After completing this session, you will be enabled to understand monitoring, measurement, analysis and evaluation of performance requirement necessary to support the operation of the service management system of the standard. Before discussing the Subclass 9.1, let me talk in brief about Clause 9, Performance Evaluation. The Clause 9 of the standard has 4 subclauses, which are Subclass 9.1, Monitoring, Measurement, Analysis and Evaluation, Subclass 9.2, Internal Audit, Subclass 9.3, Management Review, and Subclass 9.4, Service Reporting. In this session, we shall talk about Subclass 9.1, Monitoring, Measurement, Analysis and Evaluation only. You can refer the separate video session for Subclass 9.2, 9.3 and 9.4 in our portal. Now, let's start with Subclass 9.1. Clause 9.1 is actually all about measuring how well organization is doing. This is the check part of the plan, do, check, act or PDCA cycle. The standard emphasizes both a process approach and the need to utilize a review or checking phase from the plan. Do, check, act approach. The standard mandates determining what data needs to be collected, how that data is collected and interpreted, and what results should be acted upon from a variety of inputs at various points in the service management process. These results must be in turn be verified, that is audited, and they must be subject to management's direct review. The process also must itself be evaluated for effectiveness. The standard states that organizations are required to meet both stated and intended needs of their customers. Data on the degree of customer satisfaction needs to be collected, analyzed, and monitored to ensure customer expectations are being met. The data collection methods include surveys, direct customer communication, warranty activities, and sales channel reports. The data collected can include measures around on-time delivery, product or service quality, or order accuracy. The standard also wants the organization to identify and manage communication during the entire customer life cycle. This includes how complaints will be addressed and solved, and how customer perception and satisfaction will be monitored and improved. Data that reflects the performance of the service management system must be analyzed and evaluated to determine if improvements need to be made. Examples of data to monitor and measure include customer satisfaction, non-conformities, effectiveness of the risk management, and external provider performance. Coming to the requirement of standard, the Clause 9.1 specifies that the organization shall determine what needs to be monitored and measured for the service management system and the services. The methods for monitoring, measurement, analysis and evaluation as applicable to ensure valid results. Also, when the monitoring and measuring shall be performed. When the results from monitoring and measurement shall be analyzed and evaluated. The organization shall retain appropriate documented information as evidence of the results. The organization shall evaluate the service management system performance against the service management objectives and evaluate the effectiveness of the service management system. The organization shall evaluate the effectiveness of the service against the service requirements. You should note that the additional requirement for your organization to evidence the evaluation of the results of monitoring and measurement, not just their analysis, and confirm that your organization has considered what, how, and when to measure, and that the outcomes from decisions. Results are ensuring appropriate process control. Also note a new requirement to monitor the performance and effectiveness of your organization's service management system. You should expect to see that your organization has developed a process to identify, collect, and analyze various data information from both internal and external sources. This includes monitoring and measuring results, process performance results, meeting objectives, internal audit findings, customer surveys and feedback, second or third party audit results, competitor and benchmarking information, product test results, supplier performance information. The input, that is information and data, should reflect upon the adequacy, suitability, and effectiveness of the service management system and its processes. The output, that is the result of the analysis, must provide information like understanding, insight, awareness, confidence, etc. The analysis output must provide insight to customer satisfaction and perception, product conformance, process performance, product and process characteristics, trends in products and processes, opportunities for preventive action, supplier and subcontractors. Other potential or useful options might include need for corrective action, opportunity for improvement and completion. It is important to document and retain as evidence the results of the evaluation of the performance of the service management system. The service management objectives established under clause 6.2 provides useful input into addressing this clause. Monitoring and measuring SMS operations and activities will establish a mechanism to ensure that your organization is meeting its policies, objectives, and targets. In order to meet the requirement, your organization must perform 6 steps. Step 1 is to identify the activities that can have a significant impact and risk. Step 2 is to determine key characteristics of the activity to be monitored. Step 3 is to select the best way to measure the key characteristics. Step 4 is to record data on performance, controls, and conformance with objectives and targets. Step 5 is to determine the frequency with which to measure the key characteristics. And the step 6 is to establish management review and reporting. Establish the monitoring and tracking criteria for each activity that has a significant impact or risk and review the action plan. I hope that you have better idea about the subclause 9.1 at this moment. Now coming to the mandatory document requirements under this subclause 9.1. The clause says that the organization shall retain appropriate documented information of the results from monitoring and measurements as evidence. Now coming to the non-conformity, please see a sample auditor finding action report on the screen for having an idea about writing non-conformities under this clause. Please go through this and try to understand the various components of this non-conformance report at your own. So friends, now we have reached at the end of the session. I hope that you have an idea about clause 9.1 monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation of ISO 20001 2018 Information Technology Service Management Standard. I sincerely thank you all for your interest and attention. Thanks and best wishes.